Congratulations. Congratulations. Yep, that's a song I might write, which is kind of sounds really cheesy, or it could just be a oops, could be a statement. But I'm by this by the cannon. See the cannon? Maybe if I was right here, that would look kind of scary, wouldn't it? Yeah, happy Halloween. Anyway, but sometimes I'm gonna just stand right in front of this cannon. Um, sometimes, no, this isn't really working, but forget it in the distance. Um, I don't know if you found yourself at least cursing others in your heart, um, where you not. I might as well use this as a metaphor. You have like this cannon in your mind. Or you could say in your heart, and you're wanting to just destroy, or you want God to destroy. Perhaps there's that temptation, and anyone who says that doesn't happen, that doesn't want destruction, doesn't have that temptation for destruction, retribution in some fashion. You have to examine yourself. But sometimes we imagine destruction and we want to curse, and I could say that I could given place to desire to have others be cursed. I want to make this short because I got my stuff in the cafe, but at work. But we don't want. Sorry if this is loud. Be right here. Stay right here. We don't want to curse others because I don't. So I have the grace of God in my life. This is probably loud right now. We're gonna wait a second. Yeah, it's right by a commuter train. Um, but instead of responding with curses, we can think of the Psalms, and I don't have one necessarily prepared to read from right now, but it's one of those lasting thoughts, not to be hateful and angry, but and also I think of though from the Psalms not to be not to have the be enraged and anger, but I think of not being envious, not being jealous, not being critical, and but one thing actually that really stands out is very simple, just the statement, they have their reward. And that's one thing that the believer can hold on to. They have their reward. And that ultimately God knows the hearts of others. He's the judge, righteous judge. I look really tired, but I'm okay. Get under 8 hours of sleep, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Um, I got to get a stick to hold this phone up because holding my arm out like this is a bit of a burden. Burden I'm willing to help carry though for this, but we don't want to let others and types of others personality types or what have you, certain, you know, we we can end up judging people, and there's bitterness. There's a saying. It's not necessarily a verbatim scriptural truth, but it is a true thing in a sense, a metaphor that bitterness is the poison that you drink, wishing the other to die, and that's one aspect of our relation to others, the negative, the sinful. You could say, I mean, I'd say sinful to be bitter because it's not God's way, and it's not how the Spirit works in His people. Those who trust Him. For anyway, and so lately I've been trying this. I had to say in my heart, congratulations. When someone, and I haven't used it on anyone. I never really engage in negative communication with that. I'm not one who seeks out trouble, but I can seek out trouble in my heart with people and things that and end up getting kind of bitter at times or something to that effect, wishing someone else would, go away, whatever, when I have to have the right perspective. And, maybe that's not the best way to handle it. I mean, you pray, obviously, the best way to handle things is to be in the scriptures, to have scriptural affirmations, truths that you can hold on to that can form your mind to the truth. And it speaks of how God works, that He conforms us to the image of His Son. And that's something that, in Christian theology, that's part of sanctification, something to think about. There's so many blessings, so many benefits to having faith in God. And but sometimes I'm just going to go back to it again. I'm a little cyclical, but that's perhaps a method of my madness. Congratulations, you have your reward. I mean, to the least and the worst of things that you perceive that you don't really know all about. There's some decent people, so to speak, out there who actually might not jive with you. And there's certainly people who I believe have the same faith that I've been given. And yet at times they could just be like kind of driving me nuts a little bit, and I want to go away. I want them to go away. Those are temptations to hate. And of course, with those who are obvious ne'er-do-wells, whatever you want to call them, I don't know, that you would want to curse. But pray. Jesus said, pray for your enemies. If you perceive people actually being enemies, pray. Even if not, pray. Pray for yourself. Pray. Give thanks to God for the state of your life. The blessings of each second, of each hour. Anyway, I'm not here to want to give some kind of meta, amazing blessing thing, but thought or something. But just congratulations. You know, um, think of what you will of this. That's one of the aspects to kind of maybe put a smile on my face, because there's some things that are just so off you just have to laugh. Some things that are so bonkers. Um, And it could be very seriously wicked. And however you define that, I think there is a definition of that. But, you know, just thank God for life. And again, I don't have to give a million disclaimers because I always, whenever I communicate, that's why I haven't done things like this because I feel I have to make disclaimers of everything that I mean, defining every single word sometimes, and I just that's bonkers. Um, I wouldn't, no one would want to listen to me if I was going to do that. It would just be incoherent. But thank God for life, and remember that all things are in His hand. You don't let um, people get to you too much to the point where you react negatively. But just remember, those who hate you, especially for who is within you, God. If you are a Christian, yes, and you can't have God within you apart from Christ. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. But I'm not a strict traditionalist where I believe in holy tradition as being equal in authority to the Word of God, which many people do who are into those things. I don't have to prepare any punches or what have you. But anyway, um, those who are really against it, and really remember, in those who seem to have all these great things and you just want to be against them in your heart and to be resentful, jealous, whatever, um, things of that nature, you want to, and find yourself judging people because of their outward expressions. Just remember that um, the ones who or have these things, and especially in the saddest part, if they don't have God, they have their reward now. The riches are the reward. The monetary, the material, that is the reward. Whereas for the believer, the Christian, there is a greater reward beyond the material. The reward is ultimately God Himself. So, congratulations to the world. You have your reward. For the people of God, um, we have so much more. So, blessings to you.